Hello, Hin Hunter here with another replay. This one is higher rated one. In the blue corner we have explosive as a UEF, and in the other corner we have P0P0L1K0V73 P0P0L1K0V73 as a seraphim. Seems like opening for explosive will be land factory air second, and for the seraphim for P0P0L1K0V it's gonna be also land factory air. The map is Crossfire Canal, also known as pizza map, 3 slices each, or take it all if you're me. So this map is really reclaim heavy if you are willing to A-click a lot and a lot. So it's gonna be requiring a bit more energy like than average map. The objective is to capture like 2 islands to the left, and for Seraphim will be 2 islands to the right, to the left, and for the UEF to the right. And so far it's not a whole lot of like happening. They're still getting their slight economy up and still preparing for the transport rush, both of the players in fact. Seems like explosive is slightly more rushing it than the seraphim, the P0P0L1K0V is really delaying it, I see, by 4 extra pigeons. But I don't know if this is gonna be sufficient to make a early transport, like with efficiency. You'll see the energy and the mass income here. For now, they both have equal amount, both in mass, and explosive is slightly behind on the mass income, but I'm sure he's rushing hydro. Yeah. And so is the seraphim P0P0L1K0V. Factory at the back, so he can take the reclaim with attack move command, probably somewhere here. And seraphim now building air factory, really pushing it. As I said, he has like about 40 more energy. And it seems like this does make it. No, he cancels it. Like he's wasting a lot of energy and mass, so he's just delaying it. And now it's like it's loading transport, so we'll see where he will send it. Probably, I'm betting he's gonna send it to the right, yes. And he's sending early scouts to see where the first transport will go. I'm not sure if he's gonna see a lot of Navy on this map. Navy is certainly possible, but winning by Navy is slightly difficult. So he's gonna deploy probably 2 here for the hydro, and the other, and maybe 2 here for a factory, and other 2 here for like another factory. Yeah, as I predicted. The transport for Seraphim was delayed a bit, so there is that. He's just now loading it, so explosive, our UEF player, has like a slight advantage to him, so he can grab these like all early. We don't see any bomber from Seraphim, from P0P0L1K0V. So so he wants to compete for the, rather than grabbing his own. That's interesting. As you can see, he invested heavily into interceptors. He has about 3 interceptors compared to the explosives like 1 that I saw somewhere. No, he has now 2. 2 still beats 4 still beats 2 by the time being. So he knows that there is like units on this pizza slice, and so he wants to probably compete for it, ignore these other 2, and just compete for like these 2. I don't see where the transport died, because I noticed that he lost his transporter, so it probably got shut down by the interceptors. So Seraphim has a transport advantage, if I'm not mistaken. That's a weird ass padding, but this is probably not what he wanted to do, or this engineer what he wanted to do. And he even missed the big rock, which is slightly unfortunate, but he did manage to, it was within his build range to build a factory there. But now he's sending bombers, and he's sending it on this part of the map, which he should know that there is no much of an expansion here. He did scout at both sides with like a slight delay in transport. Explosive is amassing units, our UEF player, and P0P0LIAK0V73 is Seraph, and is still ramping up some engineers. So this is probably gonna get shut down. He needs to be making tanks now, which he is, but only from one factory. He can't afford to lose these engineers. Very least. So bomber coming in. How many? It doesn't drop off, so he didn't have like a vision on top of these scouts, but interceptor is already in respawn for the bomber. And beautiful micro by our UEF player, managing to spread him apart. So, and he shut down the bomber as well, and he might even win interceptor fight. And he's sending the transporter. He's gonna be competing with a Seraphim player, of course. Oh no, Seraphim is skipping the pizza slice and he's going straight for his island. His natural. So he has a radar, he sees the incoming attacks, he sees like... He should be seeing this. Let's see that up close. No, he does not, it only reaches like up to here. So he has no information about like there's like a potential expansion here, and this is definitely getting shut down. He sees with scouts, he has like a beautiful expansion of this island, but he managed to sneak in a PD, and he's immediately reclaiming the factory, targeting all the engineers, and now he's targeting some tanks. He needs an artillery unit now. Switch to observer. So explosive is definitely working with more, but that is making his job like slightly harder across the board actually. Oh, beautiful micro is dodging the artillery attack, and he's shutting down the bomber. This interceptor doesn't want to play, so it seems, even though he has a veterancy. And it seems like Explosives is going for like a bit heavy investment into Navy, while Seraphim player slightly investing, but he's not as far ahead in Navy department as Explosive is, as our UEF player. But it seems like our Seraphim player P0P0LIAK0V managed to sneak up an ECU here. Now he wants to take a piece of the action. Though I'm not sure what he's targeting. He's probably targeting the PD or engineers building the PD. I don't know. He's gonna make it. Yeah, that's definitely gonna get shut down. Oh, that's unfortunate. These things are causing a lot of damage. And he should really unpause this factory so he can finish the PD. But unknown is that's gonna happen. Some small raid from explosive so he can shut down some mexes. And Seraphim player is also committing even more to Navy now. With like a building up front now. So that's slightly more than explosive at this given moment. For now, it seems like explosive has it in its bag. He's pressuring ACU, he's dropped it to half HP, and even has a PD up. Of course, he's working against artillery and already like better established expansion than Seraphim, but this is still the Seraphim's island, and he has to fight hard to get it back. While UEF players can sit comfortably like and expand on this island, which it doesn't do it like so convincingly, and there's like quite a lot of reclaim here, which he's not getting, especially this patch and like all these dead units. Slightly unfortunate, but he's taking an action now. So for now, neither player holds any real advantage. It is true that UEF player has like a bit more aggressive push towards, and it's definitely working in its favor. And he's using these transports like very effectively to a high degree of like efficiency. He's pushing. He should really maybe go for like a radars here, just so he can start shutting down whatever. Also, it seems like a Seraphim player built a lot of radars on all edges of the map. Honestly, one radar in T2 will be probably more efficient, like one T2 radar here and one T2 radar like maybe here, and you can already see like all of the map and invasions. This is a bit slightly hilarious how much of T1 radars there is. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 radars in like a one pizza slice. You don't want to eat that many radars with your pizza. But transporter is still doing its work. This is like a more scouts on this than tanks. Slightly unfortunate for him, but it does present a major threat, and he has to respond to these attacks. So it is taking his APM off like stuff like this. This is going all the way around the corner, but he probably sees all of this. Unfortunate for explosive, this is all getting seen. This is where like a nifty scouting would come in really handy, just like to go like do a circle around the map. Frigate submarine combo. This guy's mostly just going with frigates. It's only one single factory here. I expect it to be more. Seems like explosive going for a land upgrade, so he wants to finish this with land, or maybe with like a hover unit. I don't remember what's the name of the hover unit. And he's transitioning nicely with T2 mass extractors. He should maybe immediately send those engineers. Oh yeah, he is already working on it. He's already working on it. I was just about to say it. This transporter is really doing some heavy lifting. Right now, he has like a way more factories like producing naval units. At this rate, he is gonna lose Navy. He's not gonna be able to compete. And Seraphim submarines T1 are like slightly better than other submarines because it only fires like 2 missiles, 2 torpedoes to do its damage. And I think they do like half damage to other subs as well. Yeah, 2 torpedo strikes and it's like bam, bam, dead. Nice raid coming up here. forces all of its air, so explosive potentially has like a free raid pass on this island, on this pizza slice. Some gunships out of the Seraphim, probably to deal with all these pesky invasions. You shall not be on this island. Leave thy now. For now, seems like there's just like a stacking navy. Obviously, with more factory, Seraphim player is winning in the navy stack. He can actually even go already and crush this if he just had the information to do that. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, explosive is going T2. Is our Seraphim player going T2? Not quite yet. Not quite yet. He's definitely gonna go with front naval factories. But seems like Jig is up. Transporter is probably not gonna go down from just this. Yeah, that's a lot of torps. So what's happening here? UEF player is investing in navy dominance, while Seraphim player is investing in air dominance. So we shall see who will come on top in this pseudo war, as we should say. There's a nice stack of T1 radars to see like any potential invasion coming to this pizza slice. But the naval factory was slightly, it's like a lot delayed compared to the others, and I don't think this will hold up. And he's losing a lot of interceptors to these like attacks. This is not gonna delay anything. It's a big air clump of interceptors. This might actually look like a game over. He has like a way more scouting and he sees more. Yeah, if this T2 Navy gets shut down, it's practically GG. There's not a whole lot of recovery. He has air dominance, and I believe UEF player is still on T1. Oh, so explosive gone straight for the tier 3, so it has another air factory here, I should say. That is T2 land. That is air factory. Does it have air factory here? No. Where? What am I missing? Oh, it has an air factory here, but no T2 units, no T2 gunship, no T2 Janus, or anything for that matter. No T2 torpedo. Man, he's losing air as well. This T2 factory got the absolutely fucking wrecked. So for now, it seems like, oh, there's a gunship raid as well coming in, and that's, oh no, that's a transport. All the T2 transports, and that's gonna be invasion for the other side of the island. But it seems like Explosive is not willing to give up, so he's gonna spam a bunch of like naval factories in between him and his enemy. We shall see how that will go. And torpedoes are going around the side, probably to go for these naval factories. I think what's happening is Explosive starting to realize how far behind he is on Navy, and he's just massing up Navy as fast as possible, even if it's like huge risks with that. Hard word. So, Riptides sending across the island. This is kind of something what I expected. TML got scouted and promptly destroyed. That's unfortunate. Surprising he decided to go for HQ on this island, where he could easily go on this island and upgrade like a couple T2 factories here. So that's probably gonna be more costly for him. And he has more immediate flak here, so he can defend against these gunships. Not sure if killing pigeons will do him any good. He probably has a lot of energy with all these and these. Strap bomber first. That is interesting decision. And he's building scout second so he can scout the targets for bombing. But what does he hope to bomb? Maybe a couple mass extractors, maybe power generator that he has. It's all under a shield, except this one. I don't think the strap bomber is gonna do any work. Actually, I wanna see. I wanna track. Those are T1 bombers. We're a tier 3. Also, yeah, that raid that was coming across the island, it's doing work. Surprisingly, Seraphim tanks are not that bad. This is a promptly tank unit. It has less HP than Isha was, but it's still good enough. And it's a good, like, 3 of like tier 2 air transports coming in, probably on explosives like starting island. And bomber going in for what exactly? Going for a P-Gen and but only hit one T2 mass extractor. But he can circle around and go for like the next one here. That should be good enough for him. Navy got completely overwhelmed. Not a whole lot he can do here. He's just circling around the map and going for the mass extractors. Maybe a couple pigeon along the way. Yeah, those are doing quite a work. Let's see this raid coming in here. Oh, if this target is the pigeon, this game might be done. It's a PD spam, but he would honestly need a T2 PD. Artillery finally getting in focus. And they decide to target the... Yeah, the PDs are getting crushed, but he only needs to go out of range. The reason why this one is important because adjacency bonus. This is consuming a lot of energy to build, which assuming that's the energy that explosives... Oh, never mind. He has like a 4,000 energy. He couldn't even invest in a fabricator, for that matter. That's a lot of energy overflowed. Not sure why he invested so much into energy. He could like spam these bombers all just like off like these two T2 pigeons. This is unnecessarily overinvestment on his part, I observe. So it's a small interceptor 5, but this is gonna get absolutely crushed. It does do quite a good damage on the Seraph and ACU, and it almost kills him. Like, that's a 1/3 of his HP just left. Too bad we missed that. And now he is not taking this fight accordingly. He's gonna lose this adjacency bonus. He should strap bomb maybe these units here instead of... I know he's going straight for the finish, but Seraph and ACU could easily just... I don't know, wait. He's gonna pick up by the transport. Does explosive have anything to shut it down? Not even a single ASF. And ACU is going bye-bye. No tier 3 radar either from explosive. From our dear Yuriev player. The tier 3 adjacency P-Gen has gone down, unfortunately. I wonder if his energy stalling slightly by 200, 300. And explosive is still not reacting to this, like... He's completely ignoring this. He's just going straight for the finish. He knows he lost air, he knows he lost navy, so he doesn't have a whole lot of options left. He can maybe perhaps go for like another air push with like a strap bombers, like spam air. But these transports are really doing some heavy work. And these are not even the transport units, these are the hover units that are like probably gone by from the island. I'm surprised the Seraphim player didn't go for like a more of a aggression with the Zui spam. They do also hover over water, and they can also do quite a bit of damage. Torp Bomber is doing not a whole lot, not even trying to go for like another new naval factory. And Seraphim player know he established the navy dominance, so he paused all of his like naval factories. So all he has to do is just like dominant air and hopefully win. He can still stick with the land units, hover tanks, to keep invading his other islands. This looks easily like abusable, attackable to finish this off. Or he could go T2 Navy and go for a bunch of cruisers. So it's a 2 of ambassadors, the Strap Bomber T3. But Explosive knows his jig is up and he should promptly surrender, which he decides to do. Do we see ACU explosion at the end? Hover tanks did like quite a lot of damage to his economy. This island was completely lost and he was unable to recapture it in a sufficient manner. Unfortunate for Explosive. It seems like this is the last ditch effort, probably to see what would happen if. But he already has ASS and they can promptly shut down the Strap Bombers very easily. Maybe his decision wasn't so great. He's gonna die to Torps, it seems. And these gunships, no reaction to it. He has like air factories, but he just doesn't make any interceptors. He surrendered. No hope. So that was it. Obviously, he had like a early game. Explosive had like a really good and solid early game, but he kind of slipped in like a scouting department. He didn't have like a good vision of what his enemy was doing and how his enemy was like reacting to all of his stuff. He didn't know that he had like a lot more navy spam going on. So he was clueless about how much navy he should build himself. But maybe that his plan was not. He abandoned that plan probably after like his T2 navy got destroyed. This was just like a ruse to delay. This is so much dead stuff. This is so much mass. Jesus. This might all be just a ruse to, I think it was like second, yeah, here. All a ruse to just get a couple of Strap Bombers and maybe potentially snipe off the ACU. But he should have made maybe like a couple more before he went for that attack. And he would probably got him. The ACU was like 1/3 of his HP. But I don't know. His game was slipping. Oh, P0P0LIAK0V73 did like a really solid job of containing him and even managing to save his ACU and quick taking like transporting back off this island back to like his main island where there's some shields and where he can keep him comfortably safe. Good thinking on him. Most people would just like put it underwater, but like Explosive was anticipating that and he built some torps himself in hope for like a torp snipe. That's what I believe. That's what I choose to believe. That was like the UEF player's plan. Anyway, that's been from me. Good luck in your games and whatever. Bye.